All right, so if you're working in Windows environments, you definitely know the update pace. It's relentless.
It really is. Feels like a constant stream.
Yeah, more like a torrent sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's always a challenge sorting through it all, figuring out what really needs your attention right now.
Mm-hmm.
So today, we're going to cut through some of that noise. We're diving into the latest PortalFuse Weekly Windows KB update report. This one published July 15th, 2025.
And this one's interesting because it focuses on just a single but pretty critical out-of-band update.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this one.
Yeah, our goal here is really to pull out the actionable stuff for you, moving past just the release notes jargon.
Right. What does it actually mean on the ground?
Precisely. The so what for managing those Windows fleets day to day.
Okay, so diving in. KB 5064489, out of band, released July 13th, 2025. And it's specifically targeting Windows 11 version 24H2. All editions. Now, the main reason for the urgent release, it's pretty significant. It's tackling critical issues around secure boot certificate expiration.
Yes, the looming deadline.
Exactly. The report flags a potential impact on device boot security starting, get this, June 2026. When you hear secure boot certificate expiration, what's the immediate reaction? Because I instantly think widespread boot failures.
That's absolutely the core concern. It demands critical foresight. We're not talking about a minor cert issue here. This is potentially stopping devices from even starting up.
Which is catastrophic at scale.
Imagine trying to recover thousands of machines that won't boot. The operational nightmare. So this update really highlights how vital that diligent certificate lifecycle management is.
Foundational security, really.
Absolutely. Neglect it, and you risk massive disruption. It's about maintaining system integrity, keeping devices available.
That is a serious potential headache down the line.
Yeah.
It really drives home how far ahead you need to plan for some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worth pointing out, this update, it's cumulative, so it rolls up security fixes and improvements from the previous update, KB 5062553 from July 8th.
That's right. And importantly, it also bundles in the servicing stack update, that's KB 5063666.
Okay.
Which bumps the OS build to 26100.4651. And that SSU piece, it's crucial because it updates the update mechanism itself,
Right, it ensures the main patch actually installs reliably.
Exactly. Minimizes those install failures or deployment headaches.
So, okay, beyond that really critical secure boot piece,
Yeah.
what else is in this KB 5064489?
Well, there's one other key improvement mentioned specifically for Azure Virtual Machines.
Okay. Cloud infrastructure.
Yeah. It fixes a startup problem for VMs that have virtualization-based security VBS enabled, but specifically when they're on non-trusted launch configurations.
Interesting. So a specific setup.
Very specific. The report notes it was mostly seen on older VM SKUs where the secure kernel initialization was hitting snags.
Gotcha. So it addresses a niche, but potentially important issue for environments still running those older configurations.
Precisely. It just highlights that need to manage, the diverse requirements across your whole virtualized estate.
Makes sense. So it sounds like this update is pretty laser focused then. Does the report call out any other bug fixes or any known issues with this one?
Actually, no. It seems quite targeted. The report explicitly states no other fixes beyond that Azure VM one. And, good news, no known issues reported for this KB either.
That's always nice to hear with patches.
Definitely a plus.
Okay, so quick summary then. KB 5064489's got this really critical dual focus. Number one, getting ahead of that secure boot certificate expiration to prevent boot failures down the road.
Proactive management.
And number two, that targeted stability fix for Azure VMs, especially those older ones with VBS on non-trusted launch setups.
You got it. It really reinforces why paying close attention to these specific out-of-band updates is so important.
Especially when they touch fundamental security like secure boot or critical cloud stuff.
Absolutely. Ignoring them can really degrade your security posture or cause major operational problems.
So that brings us to the final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on.
Yeah, thinking about your own environment.
Yeah.
What are the wider implications when you consider managing the life cycle of things like these secure boot certificates across your whole fleet? Especially with the dependencies on timely updates and, constantly evolving security standards, something to really think about.